Okay, so it is March 22nd, 2026. It is 4:45. So this is very much close to being protected. I made a video last night. It was 20 minutes long. I remember the majority of it, but I'm going to have to do it again because it miraculously, while I was trying to upload it, it got cut off. And I know why, because it's pertaining to the Harrington royal family in England that did some horrific things. So at the beginning of my previous video, I talked about my family heritage. Basically, I was asking the cards last night. Um, so I'm not Alexandra's daughter. No. So whose am I? Because I look like my father, who I thought was my father, Jimenez Altores Harrington. Turns out he's actually my brother. And, right? Crazy. I'm 30 years younger. But my father, I saw his birth certificate. He never, I say father again, Jimenez never talked about his mother. He said he never knew his mother. Her name was Elizabeth Baker. I saw his birth certificate when I was looking through Utah's things. I did not look at the will, but I looked through all of her other things because the will wasn't what was important to me. It was the memories of her. Anyway, so I was like, okay, I look like my dad, Jim. Let's just call him Jim. And I look like my brother, Justin. Well, turns out Justin and I and Jim are all brothers and sisters. So since Justin and Jim RAPE'd me, that is incest and that is illegal. And you guys should definitely go to jail for it. But my father is no longer alive. He got to live a nice freaking life. I'll tell you that. The evil sometimes never pay, but I guess he's paying in the afterlife. No. How sad. He's gonna be reincarnated, right? Well, he's gonna be reincarnated. He didn't miss it. He didn't learn his lesson in this lifetime. That's okay. Whatever. I don't want to go there because now I'm mad. I'm like, how dare he not get what's coming to him? Anyway. But my brother can still go to jail for it. Oh, don't you dare. Yeah, I have every right to have him go to jail. He's a horrible father. He's a horrible human. Justin Harrington. So let's go back. Elizabeth Baker had relations with Richard Irwin Harrington. They had 3 daughters together. 2 of them were my sisters. One was Jasmine, the other I don't know her name. Possibly Susan Wells? Oh, Susan Wells. One was married to Kit Harrington until she got jealous of me and my destiny and she tried to do a destiny swap. Oh, no. That was a lie. She didn't do a destiny swap. Or did she try to do a destiny swap? No. Another card came up. It lied to me last time. She was murdered. Now, why was she murdered? Because she wanted to take my destiny and somebody was protecting me? Was it Kit? No, it wasn't Kit. Was it Christian? No, it wasn't Christian. Somebody was protecting me and killed my sister. John? The priest, John. Crime of passion to protect me. Okay. That's what the cards are saying today. The cards yesterday didn't say that. Mm-hmm. Were the cards lying to me yesterday? Yes, they were. Are the cards lying to me today? They want to. Yahweh, please cleanse my cards. Yahweh doesn't want me to express this. So, were the cards correct yesterday, Yahweh? Okay. Well, I know what you want, but I have free will. God Almighty does not like what I'm about to say. But I believe in transparency. So, Yahweh, the cards were right yesterday. Yes. That's why it was deleted. You really don't want me to say it. No, you don't. The cards yesterday said that one of my sisters was jealous of me and she wanted to do an identity swap with me. So she did a satanic ritual with Christopher Kit Harrington. But they didn't do the ritual correct and she died. You're lying to me. Exactly. So they covered it up. Don't lie to me. I'm not going to read the cards anymore. Yahweh is not happy. It's not happy with me right now. So going back on what I recall about the cards, I had two sisters. I used to think that I'm digressing a little bit, that Jessica and Julie, I used to think of us as the three fates, and I used to think which one is which. I kind of liked that, three sisters. Little did I know I actually had two other sisters that were really my sisters. And I never really got to have any relations with them. I didn't even know they were alive. Didn't even know they existed. But Richard Irwin Harrington had three daughters. Those were my sisters. Susan Wells. I don't know which one is which. Did Susan Wells, she was the one that was married to John. No, she was the one that was with Kit. Okay, so Susan Wells was with Kit. She was the one that accidentally was murdered during her identity swap. She attempted to identity swap with me. So Jasmine was married, she was supposed to be married to John. And they just killed her at birth. She was too brown. Now, was Susan Wells black? Okay, yeah, she was. But she must have been very pale, very light. So she was acceptable. But Jasmine and I are a little shade darker. No, we're not. Interesting. Anyway, going on. So I'm supposed to be the third one. Three boys. You have Kit Harrington, who's married to Susan Wells. John, who's supposed to be a priest. That's why they didn't want him married. No? They just didn't think she was worthy. So they killed her at birth. Jasmine. And with me, I was the first one born. Elizabeth Baker was afraid for my life. So I guess when she had relations with Richard Irwin Harrington in Louisiana, no, but I was found in Louisiana. Interesting. Well, she had relations with him at some point, but when she was in Louisiana. Interesting. Well, I guess that's going to be a part that I'm not going to go through all that right now. I'm going to have to figure that out separate. But basically, when she had relations, she decided to throw me off in a manger. You lied to me. Basically, she gave me to Jim. There we go. She gave me to Jim because she was afraid for my life. So Jim adopted me as his daughter. 30 years difference. I guess that's why he took to me the way he did. But going back, you want to humiliate the African American side of my family by having me trafficked. That's what you do to the African American side of your family. You exploit them for your profit. That's why the royal family doesn't have jobs. They don't have to do much. They live off of the royalties of the exploited half of them. I always wondered why the royal family never had to work and they just had so many riches. But then, when you look at history, how in Africa, and not just Africa, in Asia, all of the old tribal civilizations have been stolen from. It says hidden, but they've been stolen from. And a lot of their tablets that they used to write, like in Egypt, the tablets where they used to write all of their history, going back, the tablets where they used to write all their history and everything, that was stolen and put in Caucasian museums. Sorry, I just shuffled the deck. That was posted. And what was it where some of the art, sorry, there's people going in and out, so I keep cutting it off because it's a lot of noise. But so there was a lot of the art and statues and idols and everything from other tribal, civilizations. I always go back to Egypt with the pharaohs because it's very well known. A lot of African cultures, and they stole their history. And then they had the nerve, Caucasians, to say, "Oh, well, we're taking care of their things because they didn't take care of it well." They did take care of their own history well. You just don't agree with the way they do things because you think they're beneath you. Oh, no. Why do you do that? Because you think that they hold secrets. No. You don't think they're beneath you. You think that they don't deserve knowledge. Because knowledge is power. Anyway, yesterday when I made that, I just wanted to make that statement. So I had 3 sisters. Richard Irwin Harrington every year went back to Elizabeth Baker and she had another child. So the first child was me, the second one was Jasmine, and then the last one was Susan Wells. That's why, since Kit is the youngest, he was with Susan Wells. Jasmine was supposed to be with John, but they just stole her identity and took the Harrington estates. And what, they claim she died at birth? No, she's a missing person. She's not missing. She was murdered. And that's what they tried to do with me. So that seems like the royal family does a lot of scamming. They do the life insurance scam, so they tried to kill me, make a fake birth. They made a fake death certificate, and then they tried to kill me 3 months later. Life insurance policy scams. They use this for organ harvesting. Yep. For adrenaline. What is that? Anti-age. No, not that. For the adrenaline, for food, for eating. Come on, what is it? The adrenaline is extracted, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it's for adrenochrome, which is a drug. Oh, it's a drug. But isn't it also like they put it in anti-aging? No, there's something else. Don't they use something else for anti-aging? Yes, they do. And it's part of exploiting people. Yes, it is. I just don't know what it is. All right, this is actually going to be smaller. Um, I just wanted to talk about that. Oh, I was pretty upset yesterday when I was talking about it. So I said, so basically you want me to be with a murderer, Kit Harington, because he tried to do the satanic ritualization to do an identity swap with me and my sister, Susan Wells, but also because, and it's not his fault, he has deformities with organs, just like Andrew Newton. He had to have one of our organs, so they chose Lucian's. They killed my nephew so that Kit Harington could survive. Murderers. It wasn't John's fault that Jasmine was murdered. But John raped me. No, you told me that yesterday. John raped me. Let's ask again. Am I right? Yes, I am. Your priest raped me. Christian raped me. You lied. Are you saying Christian never raped me? Oh? Are you lying to me today? You are. The cards are bad right now. Yeah, yesterday. So basically, Christopher Harrington is a murderer. John Harrington, Mr. Priest, is a rapist. And Christian Harrington is a rapist. And that seems to be the only thing that the royal family has to offer me. Oh, don't you? You're a liar right now. Spirit, you're missing. Yeah, I thought so. Spirit's playing with me. Spirit does not want me to put this out. I'm saying it. It's like, no, I don't want you putting this out. But this is about transparency. You wanted to put such ugly things on my name. Oh, she's a prostitute. Because I'm being drugged, people are bribing people to access my apartment. Drug me. RIPE me. Some of those videos are horrific. Some of the screams I've heard from my own mouth are horrific. The gang rape initiation that happened to me that I recall, Charles Martin and those 3 gay boys that are in their 20s, of July 16th, 2025. How I screamed because you're anally raping me, which I don't do. You think that I like that? You think I wanted that? No, you thought it was a joke. Look what we can do to her. And then you're going to claim that I wanted that? When I didn't even know what was going on? No, I didn't even know what was going on. You wanted to frame me for prostitution. Yeah. Well, not the Harrington family. I'm talking about the cults right now. Or the U.S. government wants to frame me. No, somebody does. I don't even want to go into that. Anyway, it's 19 minutes. I have problems when this thing gets over 20 minutes. I'm going to post this. Spirit's not working with me today anyway because Spirit does not want me to put this out. But it's the truth. The Harrington family is corrupt and murderous. And I'm the only one that's not. How sick is that?